Judging time. September 10th, 5:15 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
God, this theme's good.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, is nothing but a common witness before a von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I said! Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred Common, 6 of Manfred Common.
You bit your own tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please.
Oh shit, I'm facing off against the judge! This is a battle that's been long awaited.
During the recess, I went to the restroom. There is a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. Oh, I've already got a solution for that one. He was sitting down in the Swiss roll, and his head was no longer visible because the windowsill is high enough to where if he sits down, then he would not be seen in the hallway, thus making it seem like he was not in the hallway. There, I solved the hallway issue immediately. Boom! How's that make you feel? A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me! This'll be easy. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. To his knowledge, he's not lying. So now it's up to us to show him.
Hold it!
Was it number 1 or number 2? Your Honor, why exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom, if I may ask? Oh! Well, isn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Or maybe... I knew it! You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honor! This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. I'm sorry. You're right. I need to think things through with a level head. I'm just nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. Let's see. I announced a recess and a time for us to reconvene. But, having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. And why couldn't you? Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. Once I had finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. At least he stayed consistent on the going to the restroom part of his testimony. I like this. This is nice. This is nice.
Hold it!
Your Honor, did you really go to the men's restroom? Well, I certainly didn't go to the women's. What is the meaning of that statement? I simply meant that perhaps you went to a restroom on a different floor. Well, I had to go for such a long time. It was all I could do to dash to the closest one to the courtroom. I suppose that's only natural, given his circumstances. I ran from the courtroom through this floor's main lobby and down the hallway. Once you enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals. And it was through that window that you witnessed Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor. Yes, exactly! Your Honor, there's no need to yell! I can hear you just fine.
Well, he's doing his best.
Oh, well, I guess I put a little too much into that last answer. Now then, let's continue with the testimony.
Hold it!
Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature, even from as far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat.
Well,
Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. What? Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently, things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly, his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say, with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw.
Hold it!
I think this is the one that I need to counter. He disappeared, but Your Honor, didn't you just say, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines? Why, yes, I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look, and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. Gumshoe's a magician! That detective must have gone to the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point! So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he?
Hold it!
Yes! Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No, I'm perfectly calm! You're being anything but perfectly calm!
It appears that His Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw.
I suppose so, given his line of sight. However, Francisco, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different?
If you're referring to my height,
Can't you hold that whip still for just a second? Now, about His Honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor.
if it's that important, why don't you hurry up and tell him already?
I will, but there is one more thing I need to do if I'm to correct His Honor's testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements. Oh no, I've already figured it out. It was this one. Okay. Where's that? And I guess it would be this one.
Objection!
The handprint. Surely he was sitting down. What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Well... If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I myself never let an opportunity to shout, objection, pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black.
indeed.
Objection! There we go, that's what I was looking for. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well that's good, but who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing his murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the man who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out of that window. You used my height, didn't you? Get whipped! Called it! No! I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... it seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Hold it! I've always wanted to do that. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, I feel good about that. Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right?
Yes! Round 2! Let us do honorable battle, great judge.
Who the hell are you? I suppose it's possible you can see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Balloon. How is that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crime of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. Now that he mentions that right before we started the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? And whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony.
All right, let's begin. Because I believe I've already got the answer to this.
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now, hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something. I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on that bench, do you? Ah! While you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting, I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I've yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot in his life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him.
Hold it!
Never underestimate Judge Judgington.
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change for prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that source-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. All right, if you insist. Let's see. I looked into that hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. 20 minutes before we're to reconvene. So, Detective Bad heard the gunshot before the trial was supposed to start. And, reconvene. And the judge said he looked into the hallway about 20 minutes before they were to reconvene, before the trial continued. I think we know what that
Gunshot is.
Hold it!
20 minutes before we reconvened. Very well. What did you do after that? Let's see. I had to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I also had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for the various bailiffs. So you rushed back to the courtroom despite having just heard a gunshot? Well, at the time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having a birthday party. But now that this has happened, I see. Thinking back, the judge did mention something to that effect when we reconvened. That's right, he did. So...
Hold it!
It is a bit of a, it's one of those things.
if it's something that's forgettable, I don't need to hear it. But all I did was forget to mention it.
That sort of excuse may work on other people, but not on Yvonne Karma.
Oh! But it's such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present it. I suppose I have no choice in the matter.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it either. Bang with the gunshot, I heard it loud, and then I heard a knee-jerk reaction. And jumped right like this. Yes, it was like this. I went quicker. Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall, I should know. I looked! There was no one there! This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. I believe that we finally found the flaw in His Honor's testimony.
Yet sadly, he's completely oblivious to it. But I guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in! At least that thing finally came in handy.
Indeed. Now let's see what happens when I present it to His Honor. Okay,
Let's begin.
let's see, I believe it was... here. Objection! Your Honor... I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an fucking hell. Okay, let's try that again. I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Hey, gads, I've been overruled. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. Well, what do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred von...
Instead of biting your tongue, why can't you just... I'm just going to whip you. Ah!
God, they spoke so fast I couldn't read it in time. I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height, you'd need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that.
I heard your inner monologue.
Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot, loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad, and according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the sound gunshot you heard. This.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. Because it's all about a motherfucking balloon! I mean, to be fair, a balloon does make a very freaking loud noise. Well, I mean, it's exceptionally loud, to me at least. It's just a very, very freaking loud sound. And it can, I guess, for some people, it could be mistaken as a gunshot with how loud it can get. You know. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been in the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? What? I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. Not really. Unless it's the judge's birthday, but I'm pretty sure there's a procedure for that. I knew I recognized it! It was hers!
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it! That balloon that girl was holding. It explains everything! Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Oh no, that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do. what have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation for this case. Jeez, I thought the episode was gonna end there. Good lord. All right, good. Perfect.
Sup? Well, what is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal, I didn't do it.
I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that. Oh, shit. Wait. Look. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental?
Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. I'm actually kind of... Well, I was kind of hoping he would actually do that, but that's actually really good that he's like, oh, I made a mistake. But Edgeworth is like, hold up, let's clear this up and then you can apologize. But immediately good that's like one of his first things that he tries to do, at least. That's good on, that shows good character for the judge. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad character, he's a lovable goof. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. I guess so.
What are you guys talking about?
In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you're not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
Ow!
My whip will object, loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I got you, pal.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe was lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. He must have gotten, like, maybe extra money from Kay. That's how he was able to buy this. Oh my god, it just occurred to me about something here. What if it comes in 2 packs? What if he split this? What if he actually split the sweet roll or the Swiss roll with Kay? That would be adorable. Like, they shared the money and then he split it with her. Is that why he's so embarrassed?
I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
Well, the thing is, we have evidence to prove that you were in the hallway the whole time, I believe. I hope. No?
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him.
Now it's time to press Gumshoe.
Hold it!
So was it really Detective Bad who called you down here?
You bet it was, pal. I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone was out, and this call comes in. They want you down here 1 minute flat, he said. Well, I thought this was my first big chance. I'm sorry, my big chance, my first case. So I made a mad dash down here. Although I couldn't exactly get here in a minute flat.
So how long did it take you?
About 10 minutes, I guess.
And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it?
No, he was waiting for me down on the first floor on the entranceway, pal.
Hold it!
And by he, you mean...
Detective Bad, of course. And this being my first time at this courthouse. He also walked with me up to the 3rd floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies.
And did you meet anyone along the way?
Well, just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. When he heard from Miss Yu that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal.
So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's. You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway?
Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
We know what you did. Actually, wait a minute. The $5 are underneath the vending machine. How did he... Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail?
Well, to put it simply. Oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch.
Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of?
You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden?
Because we are all in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one.
Ouch! But I'm not lying.
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the lobby.
Hold it!
I'm only going to ask you one more time, Detective Gumshoe. Are you sure you stood in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time?
Yep. After I was told to by Detective Bad, I stood guard in front of that door without a single break. So believe me when I say that I was in that hallway the whole time already, pal.
I'm going to slap you.
I'm going to judge you. And I'm just going to stand here disappointed.
Why did everyone go quiet all of a sudden again?
Apparently someone has a bit of trouble reading between the lines.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't...
Be quiet.
Ouch!
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Oh. Okay.
Hold it!
Well, I know what to do. Would you also be willing to swear that there was no one else in that hall besides you?
What are you talking about? I just swore to you that I was doing my job, pal.
Oh? Then what are you acting so nervous for?
What? I'm not nervous at all, pal. Anyway, not a single person other than myself was in that hall the whole time.
I should just let it go. Pursuing this train of thought at this time would just be a waste of time.
To have such a foolishly foolish contradiction and such a foolishly foolish testimony is just plain old foolish.
Indeed. However, in the pursuit of the perfect investigation, I'm afraid that we have to deal with it. By squashing it under the weight of the evidence. Yep. Okay, so it was this one. Now the question is, do I present this? I think I gotta present the Swiss roll, I believe. Oh, wait a minute. No. It's the fingerprints.
Objection!
I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere.
Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose, that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that.
Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You inconsiderate slovenly pig!
I promise to clean it up later, I swear.
Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of that door. If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get that bench dirty with your grubby hands?
Ouch!
It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can.
All right, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything.
Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying.
Gumshoe, it's a pack of Swiss rolls.
But that's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back.
That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal.
Oh my god! Oh, if only that were the true Detective Gumshoe.
But it's true, pal. I swear there's nothing else.
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Remind me again, pal.
The vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me a proper explanation to that?
I told you I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. So there's no one who could have helped me buy it.
Oh my god, you did a good job just proving that to me. You proved my thesis.
Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you?
Correct.
Well, as if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait. You do?
Of course I do.
What? How?
What proof do I have that there must have been someone else there in the hallway?
Take that!
What the heck is that? Ha! I knew you didn't really have anything. You prosecutors are all the same, always lying to people. You should stop, you know?
Wait, what? How was I... That's proof that there was somebody else there, the balloon. Would you... Alright. I refuse to be lectured by the likes of you, detective.
Miles, how long do you plan on being strung along by this moronic detective?
I have no intention of falling for his lie, because there was definitely a second person. Because if he was truly alone all along, then that piece of evidence should not exist. What proof do I have that there must have been someone else there in the hallway? Okay, so if it's not the balloon, then... Oh! Oh. The answer was right here this whole time.
Take that!
The Swiss roll. That she dropped.
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal.
Ah, I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls.
Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it. You thief!
What? I would never do such a thing!
All you lies are the same. You start out as thieves, you're under arrest, pal.
I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective?
No.
This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh.
There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them. But you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you?
No way, pal. You got it all wrong. I ate both of them.
Oh wait, here she is. Oh, nice try. Oh my god, this is amazing. It would appear that we've caught you at last.
Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl.
It would appear that they do know each other after all. So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name and it's K.
K what?
K Faraday.
Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you. I'm K.
K? You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Wait, that left a bruise?
Well, then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister.
Gummy? Oh my god! Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
What a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Ah!
Oh my god. It appears that we've caught you red-handed eating a Swiss roll.
Oh, look, I'm sorry about lying to you, pal.
And? Do you have nothing else to say?
Sure do. It was so fluffy and sweet and big. Ah, it was perfection.
Stop trying to make me screw up my diet and go out to the store and buy a fucking Swiss roll. You're gonna make me want to stop recording just to get a goddamn Swiss roll. Stop it!
And totally worth every penny of my bonus.
I see. Well, good for you, detective.
I can't believe it, but it's almost funny when a fool is this unbelievably foolish.
Oh my god. Oh dear. What is the matter, Your Honor? I claim to hand down fair verdicts, but I unfairly cast suspicion on the big fella. If this had been a trial just now, I would have destroyed his life. I am the guilty one. We all make mistakes, Your Honor. To err is human. To forgive divine, as they say.
Although, if you were to make a mistake during a trial, then it would be quite unforgivable.
To err is human, to forgive divine. Now then, Kay.
She's like a stray cat.
I wonder if I should feed her something. Oh! Here, Swiss roll.
Take that!
Here you go. Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, a Swiss roll!
It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my. Your father, he's...
Don't you say another word, pal! She doesn't know yet!
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking about how he's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him.
Kay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna...
Oh, this poor child. It's all right. Let it all out. Your father just passed away, after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child. I feel a certain shared fate. A common bond between us.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
You're right. Sorry about that. Okay. Here. How about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Oh. Oh, she kept it this whole time. Oh. No! My cravat! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now. Thanks.
I was going to add just a tiny bit of comedy just to kind of help things lighten the mood a little bit. Okay. Are you going to be alright?
Yep, I'm already alright.
Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it.
I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers.
And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right.
Aww.
Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry, just for you.
Aww.
Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
Damn! It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Aw, oh my god, this is amazing! Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are, in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see. And what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
Oh my god, she has a promise list in it. Oh. A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. And it was just added to the organizer. Wow. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay, so I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too.
Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay?
What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too.
Yes, and thanks to your oh so heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy's not a bad man, okay?
That poor judge. He's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? Oh my god, hold on, I need to see this. Kay's promises to Daddy. Promise I never take things from a stranger. Promise number 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. Promise number 3, always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise number 4, never cry in front of strangers. Promise number 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Okay, be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Love, your daddy. Jesus Christ, this is fucking hurting my heart. Oh my god. This is beyond precious. This is sweeter than a Swiss roll and it's giving me diabetes. God bless it. So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Huh? Oh, before everything got crazy?
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it.
Oh? Which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right?
No, you got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister!
Very well then. My god, she's so protective of Gumshoe. This is beyond, this is just so precious. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Look at that little fighting stance. She's ready to wreck shit. Swiss rolls. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money, and I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had, but that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest?
Ow!
I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question. They combine their money.
Sorry about your roughly thing.
It's called a credit. Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So, here, you can have this one. Here.
But Daddy said never take things from a stranger.
Ah, it's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see? It's right here on this page.
Yep, there it is. Never take things from a stranger. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet.
Okay, Dad never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Nice and replaced. Remember, always have a spare cravat on hand. Now then, to Detective Gumshoe.
Uh-oh.
I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little K in that hallway.
No.
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy!
Miles Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon?
You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us.
That's... well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Ah, so that's why.
So, what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here is what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay? Oh, hold on. I think it's literally has to do with the promise notebook. Hold on. Let me see. Never take things from a stranger. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile. Never cry in front of strangers. Never take things from a stranger. It's because, oh, I see. He gave her a Swiss roll, and because technically they were strangers, she kind of broke the first promise of never take things from a stranger. That's why he was hiding it. He was doing his best to respect. Oh my god. Yes, that is. Oh my god, my heart can't handle this.
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promised notebook. How does this explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay.
What a foolishly foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool!
Bow!
Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Well, because I'm your friend, Kay. That's why.
Gummy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now?
Oh, guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods.
Thank you.
Well, I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me.
But all the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls.
Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But I only had about $1 in coins.
So, we pulled my $5 and her $1 together, and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried. I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Well, Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know.
he told me it'd be okay. And he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy.
Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate?
Because he's a good-natured guy. How is it so hard for people to understand that he's a legitimately kind person? He's a goofball, let's be perfectly honest, but he is a kind-hearted individual. His heart is in the right place. Seriously, he's a good guy, you know? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together.
Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal.
Anyway, Kay, I believe this also belongs to you.
That's from the balloon I popped.
It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So, just this once, I forgive you.
But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
Oh.
Wow, you really got me there, pal.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me, is that it?
You sure are a feisty one.
I'm really sorry, mister.
It's all right. I'm perfectly unharmed. But about this Swiss roll. Would it be all right with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course. I promise. And now she takes promises really seriously. She would get along with Valvatores. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Oh,
You.
Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime.
What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? Insolence.
You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy.
Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here in the courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child in.
Wait, what?
Ah!
What? Miss Callisto, you! That girl is Mr. Faraday's!
I know. So what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter that she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, so to speak nothing of getting underfoot.
I suppose you're right. However,
As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
yeah, but
You see? Isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He is the only person who could have gone to lobby number 2 at the time of the murders.
I have no counter-argument to that. But don't worry, we'll prove your innocence, Gumshoe.
Don't worry. I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest.
But the investigation is far from over.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard?
I suppose it is.
Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. Oh. Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this! This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma! Down, Tigress. Now then, I've been looking forward to the results of your investigation. So, we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. Right.
whew, my throat is in agony.
Okay. So, aside from witnessing one of the most sugary, sweetest sort of interactions that I've ever seen, and also one of the saddest with poor little Kay, I'm loving this. As for an actual potential theory about who could have done this, well, we can't have a surprise character suddenly just show up out of nowhere, you know? So, Could Bad or you have done this? If they were in lobby number 1, then... But, God, this is interesting. We can't have a surprise character show up out of nowhere. So, because that's not like how mysteries work, I believe, for the most part. At least not well-written mysteries. And considering how Ace Attorney has been doing things, they don't normally make ass pulls. You know what I mean? I wonder. But we will figure this out next time. Hopefully. So from there, thank you all very much for watching. I do not know how long I've been recording, so I may make this a single episode or 2 episodes. We'll see. And then I shall see all of you guys in the next video. You're all awesome.